Breaking news for you. Arsenal have agreed a £75 million fee with Newcastle for their captain, Bruno Guimarães. The Newcastle captain has been given permission to travel for a medical. Guimarães told Newcastle bosses earlier this summer that he wanted to join Arsenal if a suitable offer arrived, and it seems that suitable offer has come in. It is £75 million. That is the fee that has been agreed with Newcastle for Bruno Guimarães to become...
Bruno Guimarães to Arsenal. Yes, Newcastle United's captain. Fresh reports claim Arsenal have agreed a £75 million deal with Newcastle, with Bruno now reportedly given permission to travel for his medical. If true, this is not just another signing. This is a statement. Mikel Arteta wants to build the strongest midfield in Europe, and Bruno Guimarães could be the final piece of that puzzle. But how did Arsenal pull this off? Why have Newcastle agreed to sell their captain? And what does this mean for the Premier League title race? Let's break down everything. Breaking. Arsenal agree £75 million deal for Bruno Guimarães as Newcastle captain prepares for medical. Good morning and welcome back to Arsenal News Daily. Today we begin with what could become one of the biggest Premier League transfers of the summer. According to the reports currently circulating, Arsenal have agreed a £75 million transfer fee with Newcastle United for Bruno Guimarães. Even more significantly, the reports claim Newcastle have now given their captain permission to travel and complete his Arsenal medical. If confirmed, this is exactly the type of signing Arsenal supporters have been dreaming about. Not because Bruno Guimarães is simply another talented midfielder, but because he is one of the Premier League's most complete footballers, a leader, a captain, a proven performer, and a player capable of transforming the heart of Mikel Arteta's midfield. Now, before we go any further, let's make one thing absolutely clear. At the time of recording, neither Arsenal nor Newcastle have officially confirmed this transfer. The information comes from reports and discussions surrounding the deal. So until both clubs make an official announcement, this should be treated as a developing transfer story. However, if the reports prove accurate, then Arsenal may have completed one of the smartest pieces of business of the entire transfer window. Arsenal have been working on this for months. One detail immediately stands out. According to the discussion surrounding this move, personal terms may have been agreed several months ago. If that's true, it tells us this wasn't a transfer Arsenal suddenly decided to pursue. This has been carefully planned, patiently prepared. Exactly the kind of operation Arsenal's recruitment department has become known for under sporting director Andrea Berta. Rather than rushing into the market, the club appear to have identified Bruno Guimarães as one of their priority targets long before negotiations reached the public stage. That level of preparation often makes the difference in elite transfers. By the time supporters hear about negotiations, much of the groundwork has already been completed behind closed doors. Why Bruno Guimarães was Arsenal's priority? For years, Arsenal have been searching for players capable of raising the overall level of the squad. Not simply adding depth, not merely increasing numbers, but signing footballers who genuinely improve the starting 11. Bruno Guimarães fits that description perfectly. Since arriving in the Premier League, he has established himself as one of the division's outstanding midfielders. His passing range is exceptional. His positional awareness is outstanding. He presses aggressively, wins possession, controls tempo, creates chances, and perhaps most importantly, he performs consistently against the biggest clubs. Very few midfielders combine technical quality with leadership as naturally as Bruno does. That explains why Arsenal have admired him for such a long time.